just going to give you my experience with visualization and living as if things have already happened. Now, I don't want to give specific details, but let's just say that I had to go through a trial process, okay? And when I was doing it, I already believed that I'd gotten to the next stage, per se. I already was, you know, comfortable with that feeling that I've already passed, right? And I actually want to give you a practical example. About 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, I was doing my driving test, okay? And in the morning, like around 6 a.m., quite early, our instructor picked all of his students up, right? There was about 4 or 5 of us in this single car, and when we drove to the testing station, I guess, where we would do the tests. And on the way there, I'm a social guy, I'm speaking to everyone, blah, 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 blah. And I was speaking to the guy next to me, and I was just saying, how do you think it's going to go? And he was really, really stressed out. So, bro, because, because if I fail, then, I have to wait another 4 months, and then I already have a car, so what's the point of waiting, blah, blah, blah. He was just stressing. I was like, bro, relax. We're gonna pass. Just chill, okay? Chill. And I told him that again, blah, 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 fucking going all over the place. And I was telling him that, don't worry, we will pass. And I was thinking to myself, I have already passed, okay? Then what happened is we got to the station, and there was a student who wasn't part of our driving school, and so I just wanted to speak to him just because, like I said, I'm a social guy. And I went up, and he was the same, right? But the beginning was like, bro, what the fuck? What happens if I don't pass? I have to wait again. I was like, bro, relax. We will pass, okay? We will fucking pass. And what's different about this dude is that he started changing his belief. Whereas the first guy was, all over the place, and he kept thinking about, what if he doesn't pass? What if he fails? And I was speaking to the second guy, and he was starting to change his belief. It got to a point where we wouldn't even say the negative outcome. We wouldn't even say the F word, fail. We wouldn't even say what if. We just were. We already passed, right? Anyway, I was the last one to take my test just because the way the names were organized. I have a surname that begins with an M. I don't fucking know the exact reasoning, but anyway, I was last, and there were 4 or 5 people before me. And I promise you, every single person failed. Which, I mean, if you're doing a driving test, like, it's not that fucking difficult to pass the test on the first go. Anyway, whilst they were failing and whilst they were doing their test, I sat down, I closed my eyes, and I promise you this is exactly what happened. I visualized myself driving back from the end of the test, parking up, looking to my left, and the instructor saying, or the examiner saying, congratulations, you've passed. I visualized that like about a good 4 or 5 times in detail, and I just repeated it to myself. And yeah, then it was my turn. Everyone else failed. I was the last one. Did my test, was calm, doing everything over exaggerated, came back, I parked the car, looked to my left, and the examiner said, congratulations, you've passed. And I was like, cool. I was already calm because I already knew it would happen. Because I already passed. I just had to drive the car. Now, if you're still watching this and you're thinking, why the fuck is this dude talking about visualization with driving a fucking car and passing his test? It's not that difficult. I agree. However, this is just the beginning, right? This was before I even knew a lot about this visualization stuff and, acting as if the person that you want to be. And I just think it's extremely, extremely powerful. And I actually have loads of other examples with affirmations, which I used to do when I was younger, which slowly changed my personality into who I wanted to become, and changed attributes about myself into things that I wanted. But that's for another video. So the main takeaway that I want to give you from this are two things. Firstly, is visualize what you want. Actually, the preface to that is to actually figure out what you want, because a lot of people, they complain they don't have what they want, but then you ask them what they want and they're like, oh, I want a lot of money. Well, how much is a lot of money? I want millions. Okay, how many millions? 7. Okay, and what's like the source of that income? I'll run a business. Okay, what kind of business? Sales business. Okay, what are you selling? Basically, the first thing to do is figure out what you want and visualize yourself already having it. Okay? Close your eyes, relax your body, extend your exhales, calm all the muscles in your body so they're totally relaxed, and visualize yourself in the first person, achieving what you want to achieve and embracing those emotions. And that's crucial. It's getting emotional about it, getting those intense feelings, right? And the second thing is you want to act like the person you want to become, right? Because if you're constantly in a want state, you'll never get there, because you're always sort of chasing, right? But if you act as if you're already the person you want to be, even though you may not be, even though your results may not be the results that you're comfortable with or that you want, you're changing. Basically, imagine like there's a split line, right? But in your head, the top part is your conscious, the bottom is your subconscious. When you consciously visualize what you want and you act like the person you want to be, and you keep that feeling that you would have when you achieved it and you internalize it, right? If you do that enough times and you create a mental picture, a mental image, a vivid mental image, and then you have emotions with it and you do that repeatedly, then that image goes into your subconscious mind, okay? Right? And then once it's in your subconscious mind, it's just a matter of time until it manifests physically. So, 2 things: visualize what you want and act like the person you want to become.